What's going on, everyone? So, should I put on a whole pile of cheesy E movies? So, I watched a film called Beyond Dream's Door. Yeah, looked interesting, so I checked it out, and oh boy, what an ass trip that was. It was released sometime in 1989 and directed by Jay Wolkel. I think that's how his name is, how you're supposed to say it, but yeah, he's also done a couple other B movies like Ghost Lake, Asylum of Darkness, Live Evil, and Close for the Season, to name a few. Yeah, Beyond Dream's Door is definitely a super low budget film from the 80s. It's definitely, yeah, so uh, it follows I think it's supposed to be a high school kid, but you can tell he's 28 or something. And yeah, or maybe it's a college kid. But yeah, there's a student, and yeah, he starts having these weird nightmares and stuff, and he's not sure why. And but yeah, and yeah, he doesn't think of anything. Goes to class, and then he starts talking to his professor, who has similar ones, and that he finds it interesting how this kid's having them too. And basically, he goes into a theory of why it's happening, and then they start studying it because a creature starts attacking him, and it's starting to affect him in the real world, and how uh, other things correlate with what happens in the dream and how it affects him. So it can physically harm him. He'll show up with scratches in real time if it gets scratched in the dream, and so on. And yeah, so it's up to him and his professor and some friends to figure out how and why this is happening. This is a very interesting concept and ambitious film for an independent, low budget horror film from the 80s. I was actually pretty impressed with this. It has a stop motion monster, which looks cheesy as hell now, but it still looks so much better than all the CGI crap out there. And yeah, and definitely like the killer puppet head for when it chomps on someone's head or arm and stuff. It's cheesy like that. But yeah, the dream sequences are so artistically well crafted and interestingly shot, I'm going to say, because um, the way the lighting is and everything, it looks very well put together. But the acting is pretty bad, and but the story is actually very interesting. It reminds me of a Nightmare on Elm Street a bit. Instead of about a slasher killer type enigma, it's some monsterish thing, and yeah, and they do go more into in depth on like dreams and how it's affecting people and stuff, and it's very interesting. Well, how they put it together. It does get boring for a little while, and the pacing is a little bit off. So it starts off pretty strong, then it kind of get dulls out halfway through, and then picks up near the end. But yeah, it's only a short little film though, and it was somewhat entertaining. Besides it being like an amusing creature feature, um, the dream sequences and stuff, it does somewhat get convoluted, and there's some loose ends that they never tie up, which is confusing. And if you're not familiar with 80s B movie schlock, you are definitely going to get turned off by the cinematography and the way this one was shot. But yeah, for the most part, though, it is an amusing little film that well, it may take you some thought to get through it, but overall, it's still somewhat decent of a film. I love the dream sequences, but I thought all the dialogue scenes were pointless. And yeah, so I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I'm not sure if I really like it or really hate it. And so I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5 for Beyond Dreams Door. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. I don't even know if it was for me, but I did like the artistic vision of the dream sequences and stuff. I just think the characters and the story all needed a little more work to make it a little more cohesive. So yeah, there's a trailer link down below if it sounds like something you might be interested in. And it's on Shudder right now, so you can check it out there. Also, while you're on there, make sure look for Derek uh, Peterson, no spaces. That's me. I usually write my first review, first opinions of it right after watching it in the comments on Shudder. So if you're on Shudder and you see it, look for my first impression on there and my skull rating too. Also, make sure you check out the trailer that's linked down below. Sounds like something you're interested in. Also, linked down below is my Instagram where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually had the film title hashtag and the subgenre of film in the hashtag in the video clip so you're aware of it. Also, check out my Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those two platforms to stay in the loop, or both. Yeah, like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you've seen it. Let me know your thoughts. Also, if you have any films that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, so hopefully, and subscribe because I definitely going to change it up crazy because I'm actually going to be reviewing a whole pile of family comedies in this Animal Friends pack. We're going to be checking out a lot of good ones, and I think the first one I'm going to start with is Babe Pig in the City. Yeah, let's see how distorted my childhood mind is because I've seen all these when I was really young, but let's see, are they truly good or really bad? It's in an 8-film pack. 99% of the time, they're junk. So, but we'll see. So join me next time for Babe Pig in the City as I review 7 out of the 8 there because I already have a review for Flipper, which is in that. So, but yeah. So make sure you subscribe and watch out for all those killer monsters in your dreams. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So till then, cheers.